15 signs he wants to wife you. Top hints to look for. Relationships can be risky because you never know if your boyfriend has intentions of marrying you, or if he is just passing time. It is important to be on the lookout for signs he wants to wife you so that you do not waste time with someone who will never marry you. Some women have been in long-term relationships, and when they asked their boyfriends about marriage there was never a clear answer until the relationship ended. And these same men, when they meet the women they love, they get married within months. So is he dropping hints about marriage, or you are misreading the signs? Wonder no more, because the below signs are practical and proven hints that he wants to marry you. What does it mean when a guy says he wants to wife you? When a guy says he wants to wife you, it means that he wants to make you his wife, he wants to marry you. 15 signs he wants to wife you. 1. He has introduced you to his family. One of the signs he wants to wife you is when he has introduced you to his family, and not the other way round. If you have introduced a man to your family, it means absolutely nothing. 2 other women might have also introduced him to their parents. Most men are not comfortable with introducing a woman that they are not sure of to their parents. They want to avoid always introducing different women, because they find it disrespectful, and they don't want their family suffering from attachment issues over a woman that they are not planning to marry. When my husband introduced me to his parents, that was the day I was sure that he wants to marry me. He had met my parents before, but it still took a while before I met his parents. And I also found out that I was the very first lady to be introduced to his parents. If he has already introduced you, then it might be a clear sign that he wants you to be part of his family. However, if a man stays with his family, and you always meet up at his home and even do sleepovers, it might be tricky. You might have met his family, but how many other women also come to visit him at his parents' house? 2. He consults you or informs you on most decisions. Another sign that he wants to wife you is when he asks for your opinion, when he is about to make a purchase, or has to make a decision. When buying major items like furniture, house or car, he will consult you. He even wants to go shopping with you so that you can help him choose. He wants to hear your opinion before he makes that final decision, because he knows that it will impact your future together. Also, it minimizes having to change a lot of things when you eventually stay together, because it will be things that you have helped him choose or things you were informed of. 3. He has already told you that you're his wife and he'll marry you. If he has already told you that one day he will put a ring on that finger, or he will make you his wife, then it is a clear sign that he wants to marry you. If you are an African, he might have told you that he will send his uncles to your house, which is a sign that he wants to marry you. Men are not comfortable with uttering words of commitment, so if they happen to say them, it means they want to marry you. 4. He doesn't suggest an abortion if you fall pregnant. If you tell him that you might be pregnant, how is his reaction? Does he want you to do an abortion, or does he say it means we should get married or life just continues as normal? Some men won't suggest abortion, but they might still not marry you after having a baby. So before you fall pregnant, find out what his intentions are. Does he ever speak of marriage, or does he hate the idea of marriage? You don't want to give him kids only for him to marry someone else. 5. He spends most of his time with you. When a man wants to wife you, he will spend most of his time with you. He will be in your company more than the company of his friends and family. He wants to spend quality time with you because he loves being in your presence. And he can even suggest that you extend your visit or move in with him just so that he can always be with you. 6. He is available for you. Another sign that he wants to marry you is when he is always available for you. When you want to see him or need his assistance, he will be available. You don't only meet up with him on his terms or when it is convenient for him. You also feel very confident that he is your man because you can count on him. Be careful of a man who is available only at certain times, because it can be a sign that you are dating a married man, or that he is not serious about you. 7. The relationship is beyond just sex. When you are with him, he makes you feel loved and appreciated. You do not feel like he is with you only when he wants sex or when he is bored. He is even with you just when you need to talk, or he needs to talk. Your man does not mind going into public spaces with you and holding you the way you want to be held. He is interested in knowing about you, your interests, your goals, your fears, your family, etc. You feel a deep connection with him because he is vulnerable to you. He is open to you about his life and his plans. 8. You are his +1 at major events. Another sign he wants to wife you is when he invites you to most, if not all, events that he has to attend with a +1. You are his +1 when he attends weddings, barbecues, work year-end functions, family events, and birthday celebrations. Another sign he wants to wife you is when he wants you to attend his church with him. 9. He includes you in his talks about the future. If in your conversations he talks about our future house when we have money, our kids running around, it might be a sign that he sees a future with you and wants to marry you. Or when you pass by a certain neighborhood, he will say, "I can't wait for us to live in such a house," instead of "I can't wait to live in such a house." During the conversations, you feature in his future. 10. He gives you keys to his apartment. When a man wants to wife you, he will even give you the keys to his apartment so that you can be able to come in at any time. He even insists that you should leave some of your belongings behind, since his place has become your second home. He can even suggest that you stay with him on a full-time basis so that you can be able to save money for the wedding. 11. He seems ready. If a man seems like he is ready for marriage both mentally and financially, it is a sign he wants to wife you. One of the reasons why guys don't entertain the issue of marriage is because they are not yet financially stable. He might be running a business that is not yet stable, or might be in a low-paying job, or he already has too many family commitments. 12. He's ended his other relationships. If he was a player before, or he was in another relationship when you met him, but he decides to end all those relationships just to be with you, it can be a sign he wants to wife you. That is why you will find that a man has been dating a woman for years, but when he meets the one he is serious about, he proposes to her in less than 6 months. So if your relationship seems to be moving too fast, and he is doing everything to win your trust, it is a sign he really wants to make you his wife. 13. He's invested in the relationship. When a guy is invested in a relationship, it means ending the relationship will be the last thing in his mind. He will never break up with you even if you can have a fallout, because he knows that he's with you for the long run. So if you are the guy who seems committed to the relationship, and even with your imperfections he stays with you, it is a sign he wants to wife you. 14. He gives you access to his personal things. If he is comfortable sharing his personal assets with you, it can be a sign he wants to wife you. So he will not mind borrowing you his car, giving you his bank card PIN details, or even his phone PIN. He might even give you the spare key to his apartment. Such actions are signs that he is smitten and might make you his wife in the near future. 15. He's committed to saving money. If he has told you that he is saving money for the wedding, or he wants a better paying job so that he can be able to start a family, then that is a sign he wants to wife you. Someone who is not ready for marriage will be irresponsible with his finances.